Hello. Welcome to the High Five Banking Method Q&A session, the first part of our mini series, the 4 game-changing strategies. I got a lot of great questions about how to implement the High Five Banking Method, banking tips and recommendations. And before you ask, yes, I'm wearing the same shirt from the previous video because it's cute, okay? That's the real answer. It's cute. Now, before we jump in, I want to make a quick statement. The High Five Banking Method, it's a purposeful way to manage and organize your finances. Yes, it does involve 5 bank accounts, but it does not mean that you need to feel pressure to open up all 5 accounts right away or if you're not ready. You're going to have to personalize this and look at your numbers and figure out which accounts actually make sense for you. Now that the cat's out the bag, let's jump into these Q&As. This is one of my most common questions. What bank do you use for all of the accounts within the High Five Banking Method? All the banks that I know charge fees. Actually, I don't use just one bank. I use several. I don't believe in having all my eggs in one basket, and that includes my bank accounts. I do this for multiple reasons like organization, flexibility, and security, because uno nunca sabe. When it comes to what are the best banks to use with the High Five Banking Method, I just want to let you know that it's 2024. You got options. Regardless if you're using a big bank, credit union, or a neobank, which is pretty much an online-only bank, they're all going to have their pros and cons. It's just important that you understand what these FDIC banks are good at and how that benefits you. I know a lot of us sometimes feel stuck with our banks that are charging us these outlandish fees just because we're used to them or we were told this is how it is. It's not necessarily true. There's a lot of reputable banks that offer amazing checking and savings accounts like Ally Bank, American Express, Capital One, Discover, Everbank, Syncrum, Marcus by Goldman Sachs. I am always talking about them. All of these banks are going to be great additions for the High Five Banking Method. Whether you're looking for a new lifestyle checking account that's more flexible and no hidden fees, or you want to open up a new high yield savings account for your emergency fund so you can earn some more interest. Cha-ching, cha-ching. If I were you, I would do my research, figure out what I'm trying to accomplish, and then pick a bank that helps me do just that. But first, you gotta get your head out the gutter and stop thinking that every single bank out here is charging these ridiculous fees, because they're not. You're gonna have to make a move and decide to make a move, because if you're sitting there just waiting for these banks to do right by you, you're gonna be waiting for a very long time, because things just don't work like that. The next question is, can I use one savings account for my emergency fund, short-term and long-term goals instead of having 3 separate accounts? No, 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 no. Please don't. No, you're actually doing the opposite of organizing your finances. You're actually turning your savings accounts into a junk drawer where everything's in there. Toda la vaina, the emergency fund, the vacation, the shopping spree, the home down payment, the funeral, the wedding, everything's in there. No, that's the opposite of what we're actually trying to accomplish. I don't want you to have to bust a calculator out every single time you're trying to see where your money's at, because that's a waste of time at a certain point. We're trying to get organized here. Now, what I would recommend is to look into Ally Bank. They have a bucket system for their savings accounts where you can hyper organize all of your little micro savings goals within this one savings account. I would recommend this for your short-term goals, because a lot of times we're saving for vacations, for holidays, birthdays, car registration, karate lessons, and it's overwhelming if you're doing a lot of goals that you're trying to get to. So by hyper organizing your short-term goals, this is a great way to clearly see how much money you got for vacations versus a birthday. That makes it so much easier to know where your money's at and to be organized at the same time. Last but not least, what about insurance, ties, and retirement? Where would these expenses fall within the High Five Banking Method? All right, those are 3 good questions. When it comes to insurance, regardless if it's health insurance, life insurance, auto insurance, or home insurance, all of those monthly premiums should be going into the bills checking account. It doesn't matter if these are mandatory insurances like car insurance or optional insurances like life insurance. You have to pay these insurances or you're going to lose them. So you definitely want to make sure that you have the money available in your bills checking account. When it comes to ties, this might be a little controversial, but I believe ties belong in the lifestyle checking account. To me, there is no better way than to give from the heart because you want to, not because you have to. And the lifestyle checking account is all about giving your time and resources to the things that you want to do. Lastly, retirement. This is a frequent question that I get, why retirement isn't part of the high five banking method. And what a lot of people kind of forget is that the high five banking method is focused on your day to day spending, your checking accounts and your savings account. It is not for extreme long term goals like retirement. That should actually be an investment account specifically for retirement, like an individual retirement account, aka an IRA, or even a Roth IRA. Or if you work for a company, a 401k, you have a ton of options, but it should not be in a checking account or a savings account. That's why it's not part of the high five banking method. All right, that's all the questions that we have for this session. If you have any other questions, leave a comment down below or DM me. And please, mi gente, do not forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel, follow me on social media, and share this information with all of your friends and family. Bye.